Salutations, welcome to or welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Well, hopefully fine. I am just so excited to share with you all. We will be doing zucchini pizza boats. So for this recipe, you are going to need some zucchinis, onions, Roma tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, green bell peppers, olive oil, crushed red peppers, oregano, basil leaves, Italian seasoning, grated Parmesan cheese, chicken breast strips, or you can leave the chicken breast strips off if you want just some vegetarian pizza boats, marinara sauce, and most importantly, the mozzarella cheese. What we're going to do is get our zucchini and get a 1/4 teaspoon to scoop out the inside. What you want to do is wash your zucchini, so make sure you get it all washed and clean. And after that, cut the ends off. Once you cut the ends off, cut the zucchini in half. And then, once you cut your zucchini in half, go ahead and cut the half in half. So you'll cut it hamburger at first, this way. And then stand it up and slice it down the middle so that you'll have a long boat style pizza, like this. And sit that to the side. And be careful to not scoop all the way through. If you scoop all the way through your zucchini, well, your pizza will fall out, your toppings. And you won't be able to, use that piece since it won't have a barrier to keep the stuff in. Oh no. With the inside, you just want to scoop it to the side so that you have enough room to work, and you can finish scooping out the seeds in the middle of your zucchini boats. And while you're doing this, you want to make sure that you have your stove preheated to 350. And guess what, guys? I did not do that. So I'm going to preheat my stove real quick. Be back. I'm back. Did you guys miss me? Probably not. I wasn't gone that long. But if you did, that's great. I'm so excited to be making something like this. Of course, it'll be versatile. It's all about what you like to eat on a pizza. Just a low-carb version of that. And as I was saying before, if you want to put pepperoni or chicken, it's really all about what you want on your pizza. And this is what we've scooped out. Once you scooped it out, just go ahead and toss it in the trash. And put your dirty dishes away. If you want to wash your hands really quickly, I would, just because you've been touching the vegetables. And that scooping the inside feels kind of yucky, and you don't want to transfer that over. So get your hands really clean, wash the top and bottom, dry them off, and after you've dried them off, let's get back to action. Hands all dry, throw away the paper towel. I like to place foil in my pan. It's easier to clean up. You don't have to worry about a mess. And it's just nicer to work with. So what you want to do is take your olive oil now and just kind of drizzle it throughout the pan so your zucchini boats don't stick. Be careful not to oversaturate your pan. If you would like to spread it out a little bit more, just go find one of those barbecue brushes and just spread an even coat of oil throughout your foil pan. No big deal. And now we have a pretty well-oiled pan. So that worked out perfectly. If you would like to use an olive oil or coconut oil spray, if that's easier for you or your preference, you can do that as well. But I'm going to use olive oil. And once you're done with your brush, just go ahead and toss that on in the sink as well. What you want to do is take your boats and place them on the foil. If some of them don't stand, or I guess don't sit upright, and they teeter, you can also use a knife and cut the bottom right here. I'll demonstrate one. So you just take it and cut the bottom. And then that way it will sit perfectly fine and you won't have any issues. Just stack as many boats as you'd like to make in your foil and place them with some space in between. Wow, guys, look at that. Nice and even. That's great. Ooh, this is the fun part. Now we can add our toppings. Oh. So grab your sauce. I am using marinara sauce, but you can use pizza sauce if you like. It's about preference here. And this is what I would prefer. We are going to use a half teaspoon and just pat it, put the sauce in each boat. Obviously, if the boat is a little bit bigger, you'll want to use more so your pizza's not dry. Or if it's smaller, you'd want to use less so you're not overflowing your boat. Oh goodness, it smells so good. I'm already ready to take a bite out. Cannot wait till this cooks. Bake in the kitchen. Well, anyway, guys, this is like I'm super excited. I really enjoy cooking, and I just thank you for tuning in and just being so supportive. Let me know what you think, and if you make the recipes at home, please message me on Instagram. I have dropped my links in the description below. And comment in the comment section so I know that your guys are there. This boat is a little bit bigger, so I had to add a full teaspoon of sauce instead of just half. I have some big boats and I have some small boats. You never know what you might get with the zucchini these days. Yeah. I think this is a kid recipe, or can be used for kids. So if you have those, don't leave those guys out of the kitchen. Bring them on in. But I would say parents, if they're smaller kids, go ahead and dice up your onions, tomatoes, slice your jalapenos, and dice your green bell peppers so that they don't have to worry about the knife. That way they can help with dinner or lunch, whichever meal you choose this for, and still get to participate while being safe. All right, we have finally finished with our marinara sauce. So go ahead and cap that and put it to the side. It's time for toppings. This is the best part. I'm so excited. So we have the 1 teaspoon. We're gonna start off with our bell pepper. Just sprinkle that on in there. Same thing with the sauce. Some might be a little bit bigger, so you might need to sprinkle a little bit more. But you just really want to start with 1 teaspoon and go from there. This is great. It's already smelling so rich. fresh with the ingredients. Hey, if any of you guys are new to my channel, I'm Angie of Angie's Cooking Creations. Yeah, where our food is always flavorful and fun. You'll get a kick out of it. Sometimes Grayson makes a guest appearance, and that's my little dog. He's currently sleeping right now. But I'm sure if you watch long enough, he'll get up and walk around in the background. For my people who love mushrooms, that's definitely not me. You can go ahead and chop some of those up as well. I don't like mushrooms. Or olives. Olives do really well on pizza. I am not a fan. So what I did was I diced half a green bell pepper, and that was just enough for our 12 zucchini boats. So it was a perfect amount to have. So you don't need much, just half a bell pepper. Now we're going to do our jalapeno. I only cut up the same thing. I did half of a jalapeno. So I'm just gonna drop those in. Maybe about three slices for each boat. Even with the larger ones, just to have an even amount of spice. I do enjoy my spices. Jalapenos are optional. You do not have to include them, guys, but as I was saying, because I love spicy food, I'm definitely including them on my boats. Look at that. They are coming together so well. And this is definitely a healthier alternative than to just eating regular pizza. So after we finish with that, we're going to toss these dishes in the sink as well. And we have onions and tomatoes left. I used 1 Roma tomato, so we're gonna use the same 1 teaspoon. Just go ahead and dump that in your boat. Make it flavorful. We dice that up and just put that in. Super fun, and you can really smell all the aroma from these fresh ingredients. Oh, did you hear that? That is our oven. It is finally preheated and ready for us to put our boats in as soon as we finish putting our toppings on. If you like more of a tomatoey taste, feel free to add a half tomato more. You won't need much than that if you're doing just 12 boats. So it's really up to you what you like. Okay. Now for our last vegetable topping, we're going to add some onions. So I am going to stick my onions on and follow the same cadence. 1 teaspoon, and just dump that in. If you want more, add more, but just start with that. And what I did was I cut about 1/5 of a large onion. So you don't need much, especially if it's a bigger size. So that's really good. And it looks like we have just enough to get in all of our boats. Woohoo! You can add more if you have any left over. If you don't want to waste anything, just go ahead and add those to the larger boats. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, and I'll try not to make a mess. My onions just jumped out of the plate onto the floor. I'll have to clean that up later. Accidents happen sometimes when cooking. Don't worry about it. Don't fuss at the kids. Don't fuss at your spouse. Don't fuss at your significant other. Just go ahead and get a paper towel, a broom, or a mop, and just mop it on up. All right, we are finally done with that. Yes. I am going to add some chicken breast, grilled chicken breast strips to half of my boats, just because, you know, I want to do a little something for everybody. So it's already pre-cut. Just go ahead and take some pieces out and throw them on your boats. Refrain from tasting your food while you're cooking it. No matter how much you want to just take a bite. Because guys, it definitely smells really good, and I would love to have, you know, just a bite. Okay, I put chicken on almost half. Well, a little over half, but it'll be all right. All right, once you put your chicken together, seal that back up. And I used original grilled chicken breast strips with rib meat, boneless, skinless, cured by Lunchmate. 100 calories per serving, and it includes 2 servings per package. So toss that to the side. Now it's time to get cheesy. I'll be using a low moisture part skim mozzarella shredded cheese by Happy Forms from Aldi. I definitely love getting my produce and groceries from Aldi and Sprouts. Those are my main stores, grocery stores that I like to shop at. So what you want to do is get you some cheese and place on top each boat. If you like it really cheesy, go ahead, have fun with it. Just put the cheese on there. You want to cover all the toppings to make sure it just gets in really well. So I'm taking about a pinch. If I had to guess, I'd probably say about 2 teaspoons for the smaller size, or I guess regular size boats. Probably a little bit more to 3 on the larger size. But your boat size really depends on the size zucchini that you purchase from the store and how you cut your zucchini. What I suggest is getting a ceramic knife. I really love mine. I have a Yoshi blade, and it's absolutely incredible. I mean, it works for everything. Meats, veggies, fruits. It's an awesome knife. You want to just get the cheese on all of the boats. This might be a little difficult because you cannot control whether the cheese decides it wants to do right. So don't worry if it makes a little mess. Yay, I have 2 boats left, and then we can put on the seasonings and pop these bad boys in the oven. If I haven't said it already, make sure you preheat your oven so you're not waiting after you do your boats. You want to just be able to turn around and pop these in the oven as soon as you are finished putting all of your seasonings and ingredients together. So now I am going to sprinkle some basil leaves. Please be sure to open the right side of your seasoning, guys. You do not want to have an accident. If you want to measure it out, you know, I know some people like to measure out, but let's go ahead and go with half a teaspoon. And you just want to sprinkle that on very lightly. And half a teaspoon will stretch very far. I was able to do 8 bolts with just half teaspoon. So again, guys, very, very light. And don't overdo it with the basil leaves. So you'll need a total of 2 teaspoons for 12 bolts. Next, I'm gonna throw on a little Italian seasoning just to have a different, you know, all-inclusive taste. Same thing, you wanna just lightly dash with your half teaspoon, and don't overdo it. Use about 3/4 a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Once you do that, next we'll go ahead to our oregano. Just lightly dash it. You already have this, so just use that half teaspoon and get that on everybody. Finally, we will have our crushed red pepper, and this is my favorite part because I absolutely love spices. So I am going to use a good bit of this because I really like spices. Spicy. If you don't like spices, you don't have to include it, or if you do include it, only use a little bit. But I'm on my way to using, this is 1.5 teaspoons so far. I'll probably just use 2 teaspoons. I don't want to overdo it. Okay. Wow, this is looking great, guys. So once you have finished adding all of your toppings, you want to very carefully place your bolts in the oven. What I would suggest is opening the oven first. That way you don't have to try to hold your pan and place things in the oven. So once you have your pan, you're going to pop them in the oven. Walk carefully to the stove. And place it on the middle rack. Be careful not to burn yourself, guys. And if you're a young cooker, please ask your parents to help you when operating the stove. Once that's in the stove, you want to leave that in there for about 30 minutes. Be sure to check on it. Don't forget, like, oh no, oh my gosh. What I would suggest is setting a timer. Timers help. Sometimes we forget things. We get busy. We start washing dishes. We start looking after kids. We want to take the dog out. We want to check on our significant other. We want to watch our show. But do not forget to set the timer on the oven. So guys, I'll see you back in 30 minutes while we're on this short break. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Angie with Angie's Cooking Creations. I'll see you guys soon. That is our alarm. And welcome back to Angie's Cooking Creations. Hi guys, I am Angie. That alarm you hear going off right now is our zucchini pizza boats ready to come out of the oven. So let me turn that off real quick and go get some oven mitts. Be right back in a sec. So guys, our pizza is sizzling. You want to be extremely careful when taking this out of the oven. Make sure you turn the oven off and have oven mitts. You do not want to touch this and burn your hands. Okay? I am a big advocate for safety, and that's what we want to practice, safety first. So I'm going to lay out a few oven mitts so that we can put our zucchini boat pizzas out and let them cool off. Woo! They look good, they smell good, I'm so excited. Yay! Gosh, guys, I wish we could zoom in, but I'm currently functioning with one camera, so I'm doing the best that I can. Bear with me. Wow, they look amazing. So what I'll do is plate them real quick and get right back to you. Stay tuned, don't move, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, and I'm back. We have finally finished our zucchini pizza boats. Wow, these look incredible. I am so excited and ready to give it a big bite. Oh, it's hot. Super hot. Hot, 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 hot. Don't be like me, guys. Let this cool off. Oh. This is awesome. It's flavorful. It's jam-packed. It's healthy. Oh, man. And you can select any toppings that you would like to put. This one actually has chicken on it, so it was definitely a surprise. Man. Super good, guys. A quick meal that you can put together if you have family coming over, if you're entertaining, or if you need something quick for lunch. Takes about 45 minutes total with prep and cook time included. And after that, you know, you're done. And while the pizza's in the oven, you can be washing the dishes and cleaning up the kitchen. That way you don't have to worry about a mess when you finish. And that's what I did, and it worked out perfectly. I was able to get all my dishes put away and kitchen clean, so now I get to finish my day and don't have to worry about any kitchen chores or what I'm going to eat for the next couple days. Wow. This is really good. Sorry guys, but wow. I am definitely into this and we'll be making this again. Keep in mind that you can add your own toppings. So if you want to put mushrooms, anchovies, olives, pineapples, ham, pepperoni, whatever it is that you desire, you can put it on there. And this is kid friendly as long as you chop up the vegetables beforehand. So if you have any onions or tomatoes, bell peppers, jalapenos, just chop those up so that the kids can just sprinkle it on each boat, you know, that they want to do. It's also vegetarian friendly. You can opt to not put meat and just do a bunch of veggie toppings, which is also really good and friendly across the board for everyone. Well, thank you guys for spending this time with me. I hope you have enjoyed our video on how to cook zucchini pizza boats. Thank you. And before I go, you know what I'm about to say, guys. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. It's been real. Bye. I'll see you next time. Remember, here on Angie's Cooking Creations, our food is always flavorful and fun.